Hi, this is just a quick tutorial to kind of get you more familiar with how to work this gizmo for the rabbit population activity. So I have the worksheet open, and then I'll be flipping back and forth between the worksheet and then this activity. So make sure you read the instructions and the background information and the important vocabulary terms, which you should be familiar with after doing both the readings this week, will be highlighted and bolded. So for the warm-up, we just kind of want to get familiar with how the gizmo works, and the instructions here will always tell you just what to have things set. So we want to make sure our land use is set to ample, so that means there's plenty of land for these rabbits. We don't have any weather conditions marked yet. That's going to be for part 4 when we talk about density independent limiting factors. And then we want to have the graph selected here. So right now, when you first log in, the description should be kind of like the middle simulation speed. You will eventually be moving it to fast for parts 2 through 4, but for right now, we want it to be in the middle. Ample land is selected, and then we have our graph here, and then you just click play, and you can watch the rabbits go through the seasons. So you can switch to summer, switch to fall, winter, and you can see our population going up in the graph here. And so we do want to look at, for the data, looking at this graph, is there a certain season that the population may be increasing more than others? And then is there a season where the population definitely is not increasing? So I'm just going to pause that here. And again, for the questions for this, just which season had the most increase, which had the least. And again, you're just looking at this table here. And you can always zoom in and zoom out. I know eventually we're going to get to where it needs to be 10 years. So it might be helpful to be zoomed out for that. Okay, so that's just getting used to how the gizmo works and being able to look at, what's happening on the gizmo at the same time. For part 2, we're talking about carrying capacity. So this, we do want to set the description tab to fast. So we're still on ample land. We're not doing anything with that yet. So for description, go to fast. And then I do need to reset to 0 there for the graph. All right, so my thing is set to fast. And same thing, you're just going to click play. And this one for the question has you, look at these rabbits. This one has you going for 10 years. So when you hit this 10-year mark, that's when you can hit pause. So I'm just going to kind of let that go through. And you should be noticing there's kind of like a limit or the carrying capacity for this environment for the rabbits. All right, so we're at the 10-year mark, and we can, again, you can zoom in if you want to see specific patterns and zoom out. Okay, so as far as the questions, how did the population change over the 10 years? Like, was it steady? Did it increase? Did it kind of taper off at any points? Are there any repeating patterns? Like, was there always a certain season where it increased? Things like that. And then what do you think caused that pattern? And then looking at the graph, what do you think is the approximate carrying capacity for the rabbits? Okay, so then for parts 3 and 4, we're just doing some work with some different limiting factors. So part 3 is talking about density dependent. So we're going to be focusing on the land space availability. So same thing, you'll reset, make sure you're still set to fast. And right now we're at ample. And so we want to go through moderate space and then little space as well. So same thing, you'll just select whichever one it says here, and then you'll click play. And just make sure you reset after the 10 years. And you're just going to look for how the carrying capacity might have changed as the space changed. So again, you need to do the full 10 years for each of these. And then observe what's happening on the graph as far as the carrying capacity. All right, and then a couple more questions about that. And then for density independent now, we're going to look at those weather conditions. So same thing, we want to have fast, make sure that's still selected. We'll reset, and I'm going to sneeze. Okay, so for the land use, we want to make sure, excuse me, there it was. So for the land use, we want to make sure it's still ample, because we're not talking about this density dependent, we're talking about this density independent. So we want to pretend they have lots of land available, and we're just going to go through the different weather conditions, selecting play, and make sure to reset each time. You have to do this, like harsh winter for 10 years, cold spring for 10 years, and hot summer for 10 years, and then see what happens to the carrying capacity for those. And then you also should notice there'll be some pattern changes for the graph. And I do have a snip here of the normal conditions. So this is just ample land use, nothing selected for the conditions, run for 10 years. So if you want to use this as a reference, like to make your comparisons to see if there's any patterns that have changed, like maybe there's some where there was a lot, like a drastic drop in the winter or something like that. All right, and then just another question about, besides like weather, what's another density independent limiting factor that could affect the population? So again, that's just the worksheet. If you have any questions, please let me know. And that's it.